our second trimester. As of today, I'm about 15 weeks along. I haven't been recording the last couple of weeks just because there hasn't been many updates. But for week 15, we did have a doctor's appointment the other day and everything looked great. It was just a really quick appointment where she checked the baby's heartbeat with the Doppler, and the heart rate was looking good. She also said that it seemed like she was moving around a lot in there. So I guess she was able to tell just by the Doppler and her movement from that. So that was really encouraging to hear. But other than that, everything's been great. The only new side effect that I'm noticing is I was having some back pain before, but now I'm noticing it's more of like a sciatic pain. And it's been for a few days now. So just trying to do different things that I think might help. Robert's been helping with massaging that area. And I'm trying to do more walks as well, because I did hear that if you move a little bit more, then that might help. And I do work from home, so I am sitting at a desk all day. But whenever I can, and if I have a break or during my lunch, I'll try to take a quick walk. So it's still early, so I'm gonna actually make myself some breakfast before I start my day, and I'll show you guys what I made for breakfast. So to start my day, I'm gonna make some eggs and some toast. I'm also gonna make a smoothie, and I have some yogurt, some mangoes, a banana, strawberries, and I also add some spinach in there. And I always forget I have this flaxseed, so I'm gonna add a little bit of that in there as well. That's breakfast. I got a piece of sourdough toast and cut up an avocado that probably wasn't ripe enough, so we'll see how it tastes. But yeah, so we got avocado toast with some eggs and a smoothie. Okay, well, it's time for me to take a break from work, and I'm gonna actually use that break time to go on my walk. I usually try to take at least 2 15-minute walks a day if I can. If I do have time later on in the evening, I'll push the second one a little bit later and do a longer one. My goal is to walk at least 40 minutes a day if I can. But yeah, that's definitely helped. And the weather has actually been perfect to be doing that right now before it gets too hot. The only problem is we have a lot of cicadas in our area, and so they are extremely loud, and sometimes you'll see them flying around, and I just don't want them to fly on my face. Or just like the noise itself is just really annoying when you're walking. So if it does get too loud out there, then I will go to our gym that we do have on our complex and use the treadmill there. What are you doing, bud?
Belly button. I think that's baby's belly button.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I'm helping baby grow.
You are? What are you doing?
So I'm put. Do you see this right here?
You're putting the belly butter? Yeah. It smells
so
good. Where do you put it?
Smell it.
Where do you put it?
It smells like candy.
Oh, well, don't eat it.
I know.
Put it on the belly.
Put it on the big old belly. Okay, bye.
Okay, well, I finished the ultrasound, did my blood work for my diabetes test, and now I am just waiting for the doctor. I realized I never came back and actually gave you an update after my 20-week appointment. So it actually went really well. We had the anatomy scan and everything was looking good with baby. She was able to get quite a few pictures, and we actually got a really good one that was like a 3D one. So if you could see, you could kind of see her little face now. So that was really nice to see. She was moving around a lot, so it was a little hard to get some great pictures, but she got a couple, so that was nice. I also did the 1 hour gestational diabetes test, and that ended up coming back positive. So I do have gestational diabetes again with this pregnancy. So at this point, I'm just waiting to hear from the diabetic center and to see what the game plan is. With my first pregnancy, I was able to keep it all diet controlled, so I'm hoping I could do that again. But it's definitely going to be a little bit of a change as far as how my eating habits are. A little bit more extreme and strict on what I can eat and can't eat. Also just eating smaller meals throughout the day and snacking throughout the day. So I remember last time it feeling like it was just a lot of food that I had to eat throughout the day. But as long as you do a little bit at a time, it kind of helps. Besides that, the actual doctor's appointment went well. She said everything is looking good as far as with the baby. So I have my next appointment in about 4 weeks. It's been a really busy couple of weeks for us at home. As soon as we had the doctor's appointment, the next day we actually went to Memphis for a few days to spend some time with family. So you might see a few of those videos that have been out. If not, make sure to go check those out. We had a really fun time there. And then we also made the decision last week to actually move. So we're going to be moving within the same area, just to a bigger apartment. And yeah, so we're adding all of that this summer. And so now we're just starting the process of packing all of our stuff so we can move in just a few weeks. We're excited about it though. It's going to give us a little bit more space. And we know it's going to work better for our family. So we are happy about that, but you know, moves are a lot of work. So we are doing our best to try to pack up whenever we can and get prepared for that move. So we'll try to take you along on some of that as well. But yeah, it's just been nonstop of things to do. So we're hoping to start prepping stuff for baby, but we're just gonna have to wait until we get moved in and settled, and then we can start setting up her nursery and all of those little things as well. As far as symptoms, one of the major symptoms that I've been having the last 2 weeks actually has been back pain. I do have scoliosis, and I know I was going to have back pain. But this time around with this pregnancy, I've noticed that I'm getting a lot of back spasms. And that is, you know, not so new to me, but it's new in the fact that I've never had it this often. I get spasms daily. So that has not been fun at all. I really can't do too much activity without feeling some back pain or even just getting some back spasms. And it feels just like an electric shock going up my back, and it's just not fun. So I did speak to the doctor about it. She did suggest trying to do physical therapy. So I did try that once this week. I'm going to try to go as often as I can. In addition to that, I'm also going to be going to a chiropractor, which that is something that I did in a previous pregnancy, where I would go to probably the last trimester, I went to the chiropractor weekly and did prenatal yoga. I feel like the pain has started a lot sooner in this pregnancy. I'm still within the second trimester, and I have to start using these different things to see if it is going to help the pain. So I'm going to try it all and see what's going to help. I tried the physical therapy this week. I have an appointment for a chiropractor this week. And whenever I can find time, I'm going to try to do prenatal yoga at home this time around. So hopefully one of those three options will help relieve some of the back pain, and it won't be so bad. But yeah, I know that one of those is going to help. Well, today is July 3rd. I am about to be 22 weeks tomorrow on July 4th. And we have been very, very busy. As I mentioned before, we have decided to move, and our move is actually next week. So we've been very busy packing up, getting things ready. On top of all of that, I have gone to a chiropractor and to a physical therapist to see if it would help with some of my back spasms that I've been having. And I went once to each, and they both want me to come in at least weekly or every other week as I can. So I have another appointment tomorrow with my physical therapist, and it has been helping just the 1 week that I did both of those. It was about a week and a half that I had both appointments, and it has been helping. I haven't had as many back spasms. I'm still getting a lot of pelvic pain and hip pain, but not as many back spasms. So I'll take that for now. Hopefully it will continue to get better as I am continuously going and doing more stretches and just physical therapy throughout the rest of the pregnancy. But it's been very hard not to keep busy because, like I said, we're preparing for a move, and even though it's not a big move, we're not moving that far, it's still a move, and we still have to pack things up and get everything ready. So we're gonna try to take you along on some of that as much as we can, but right now I'm just gonna keep packing, and I have to pack up some of Lucas's toys now. I just wanted to take a quick second to update you all. I forgot to mention everything that's going on with my gestational diabetes. So I spoke with the diabetes center here in Nashville and got some information. First, I had to attend a 3-hour diabetes class, and thankfully it was virtual, so I didn't have to go into their office, but I attended the class. It was really informative. They kind of laid out, what kind of things you should be eating or what should you be counting. They told me I should be actually counting my carbs, which I wasn't doing. I was just making sure I wasn't doing any sugars. So that was really good to know. Certain things that you really shouldn't be eating because it just might have too much sugars in it, or, just figuring out how to balance your meals as well. So I've been writing down everything that I'm eating because they do require that for the first week until I have my follow-up with them next week. So I have to write down my breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then I also need to do 3 snacks throughout the day. On top of that, I'm also checking my blood sugars 4 times a day. So I do it in the morning for my fasting levels, 2 hours after breakfast, 2 hours after lunch, and 2 hours after dinner. It's it is what it is. It's not fun. I knew it wasn't going to be fun because I had to do it before. And it's very time consuming, just like constantly thinking about what you're eating, how many not calories, but how many carbs are in each thing, and is it going to spike my levels? Is it not? Do I need more of this or that? So it's a lot, but we're managing, and my levels for the most part have been good. There have been a couple that have been off. I've noticed that my morning fasting levels are the hardest ones to keep under control. And when I was speaking to the diabetes center, they did mention that that's usually a hard one for most women to get. And it could have a lot to do with your hormones just affecting your blood sugars. So I'm trying different things out to see what's going to help with lowering those numbers. Because I think if I don't actually get those numbers lowered, they might put me on insulin or something, and I really don't want to do that. So we're going to see what we could do to avoid that. But yeah, other than that, I mean, if you've ever gone through gestational diabetes, let me know what your experience was. Like I said, it is time consuming. It is a little stressful to add that on top of all of your other pregnancy symptoms and aches and pains that you're dealing with. But, you know, we got to do what we got to do to make the baby healthy. Okay, we're at U-Haul, about to pick up our truck. Okay, so today is moving day. We're really excited. We actually have been moving stuff last night and the night before after work. So today's the actual big moving day where we got the truck and we have some help with moving. So we're getting all the big furniture done today. And yeah, we're super excited. So we'll show you a couple things, but it's gonna be a busy day. Okay, we are almost out of here. Oh, Lucas's room is so empty. Just have a few more bags to grab. It's obviously a mess, and then our room, we just have our dressers and bed frame and stuff. Why is it always so messy before we could get it all cleaned up? And then, yeah, our couches are gone. We have a couple pieces of furniture and then we're done. Okay, we're about probably 90% done with the move. I would say maybe 95. The guys have been working really hard and getting everything done. And while they're doing that, since I can't do any moving, I am making lunch. So I decided to make some ribs and some mashed potatoes. So I do some slow cooked ribs. They've been cooking for about 2 hours in the oven. And they'll probably go for another hour. And by then, the guys will be all done and ready to eat. So we got 2 racks of ribs, we got some mashed potatoes going, and then I'm also going to do some corn on the cob. Okay, looks like they're almost done. Last load.
We're gonna miss this house.
You're gonna miss this house.
So the move is done, the house is empty, and we have a lot of sad faces in the room, but you know, it's a good thing. This is our first home as a married couple. This is our first place that we moved into Nashville, so it's always been, you know, part of our heart, but we're happy, you know, we're going to a bigger place, and it's just part of life. So even though we're a little sad, and it's okay to be sad, we're a little sad, it's okay, we're not moving too far, so we get to keep the same friends that we have around, and we get a bigger place for sister. Are you happy about that? Yeah, that makes us happy. So signing off, our last video vlog from this house.
We're gonna miss this house.
We're gonna miss it too, bud. Well, I am 25 and a half weeks today. It's been a busy couple of weeks. We haven't really been filming that much the last few weeks just because we've been moving and getting settled and unpacking, and it's just been really busy for us. But we got a lot of unpacking done. We still have a few things we have to set up. I do need to still set up our little nursery area. So I'm excited to get working on that, but we're just trying to get everything else settled within the house first, and then I could focus on the nursery. But everything's been going good. Like I said, just extremely busy the last few weeks. And with the gestational diabetes, it's been quite hard to manage it. I've been doing my best to make sure I'm checking my sugars 4 times a day and to check everything that I'm eating and making sure I'm not overdoing it with any carbs or sugar. And I've been able to maintain the levels that I'm supposed to be, thank goodness, because I know if I didn't maintain those levels, then there is a discussion about possibly doing insulin, which I was hoping I wouldn't have to do. So I've been really trying to work hard to keep this diet controlled so I don't have to include insulin into the daily routine. And so far it seems to be working. The doctor did say that your insulin levels might change once you get to 32 weeks. So, you know, let's just hope and pray that everything goes good and I could keep managing it up until then. But like I said, we're at 25, almost 26 weeks. So we're nearing the end of the second trimester. It's crazy to me. I can't believe how fast this trimester has gone. But like I said, we've been extremely busy and just settling into our new home. And that has taken up so much of our time that the second trimester has just flown by. Well, it is August 12th. I am 27 weeks, almost done with 27 weeks, which means we're at the end of the second trimester. It has been very, very busy this trimester. I feel like it just flew by. I mean, we had a lot on our plate. We, had to pack up and move into our new place. Lucas started kindergarten and we've just been adjusting to a new schedule, still unpacking, still getting things up on the walls and doing all of the decorating and all that stuff. So it's been busy. I can't believe we're actually going to be in our third trimester soon. But yeah, so everything for the last few weeks, it's not much has changed as far as some of the symptoms I've been having. I have noticed some days I'll get more pelvic pain, but going to the chiropractor and to physical therapy has definitely helped. So I'm trying to keep up with that as much as I can. And other than that, I think everything has been going pretty smoothly. Definitely starting to feel the need to nest, and I think it's just because we moved and everything's just all over the place. So I can't wait to get everything unpacked and especially getting the nursery together. So I'm going to try to work on that in the next few weeks and probably show you a little bit about it in the next video. But yeah, I just wanted to say thanks for following along with the second trimester journey. It has been, like I said, just extremely busy and we're just super excited to meet our baby in not even a couple months. So thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel so you could follow along for the next trimester.